Bear with me, y'all. There in a second. Putting all my stuff up. Just got out the shower. Like I told you, that's why I like to meditate and ponder on things. So I decided I'd do a video. Because I ain't done a good old video in a few days. Really ain't been feeling like it. But today, I decided, oh, what the hell. Got a little time. Weekend been moving kind of slow, which is good because I've been on it hard all week. This past week I've been getting it. But just fine by me because the past 2 weeks have been very profitable for a player. So I'm feeling good about that. Hang up my towel and everything. What's mine? Gotta keep stuff organized. You're living on the road. Can't be in no junky, messy no truck when you're on the road. I don't live like that. That ain't my get down. Anyway. So I wanted to know, because before you know it, tax time will be back around, and I want to know what you guys plan to do with your income tax money if you receive any. I don't, so I'm basically an independent contractor right now, so tax time is like the worst time for me. So yeah, if I break even and don't owe nothing, then it's great for me. I love tax time at that point. But when I owe money, it's like, oh, hell no. So I'm not a W-2 guy. Just never really been my thing. But if you are a W-2 person, that's not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just want to know if you plan on getting some type of income tax back, what are your plans? Are you going to use that money to go to school and learn a new trade? Are you going to buy some property or land? Are you going to start a business? Are you going to invest in someone else's business? Are you going to save? Like, what are your plans? Because I feel like, it's important to use that money to invest back into yourself and back into your life and your well-being for your future. So, if you have kids and you want to put up some money for them to go to college, I think that's a good idea. If you just want to save it, that's a good idea. If you want to put it into a 401k, that's a great idea. Because like for myself, like I said, I'm an independent contractor and I have, my own business and everything like that. So, I would have to set up my own insurance, my own 401k. All of that stuff isn't provided through a company. You know what I mean? Which is something that you have to take into account when you own a business. Like, you're going to have a lot of overhead. You know what I'm saying? So you have to decide on how to crack down on your overhead. And what I mean is, if you sell a product, you have to figure out how to store that product at the lowest cost possible. If you can ship out a product and not have to store it, you can send it directly from a manufacturer, then that's a good idea. That's something you should look into. It just depends on what you're doing. But overall, my general question is, what do you plan to do with your income tax? I feel like in order for us to find our way to some type of financial stability, we have to invest our money or use our money wisely. You know what I mean? Like, anybody can go out and get a new car. Anybody can go out, and spend it on nonsense. But I feel like if you're getting an income tax check and you're renting, maybe you should look into owning. Even if you just buy a house off a short sale that needs some work, as long as it's not a crazy amount of work that you're going to be in over your head, buy a little house to start with and just build some equity in that house, you know what I'm saying, and fix it up slowly as you go, or buy some land, because that's what I plan on doing here shortly, is buying some land. Because I would like to build a house on my own land. That way I ain't got to worry about code enforcement. I ain't got to worry about, just nonsense that you deal with when you live in a neighborhood. Like, I want to be out in the country, but not so far detached from the city that, I can't get internet service, or, I'm out in Timbuktu. I don't want to be like that, but I would like to have space where, my neighbors are just trees. You know what I'm saying? I may have one neighbor that's, a few hundred yards up the street, you know what I mean? And the kind of living where you got to take a golf cart to get to your mailbox. That's the kind of living I want to do. I just kind of want to detach and not have so many rules, because we live in a country that has way too many rules as far as I'm concerned. I feel like a lot of things is restricted and the rules are overbearing, which makes life extremely hard. So, you know, it's funny to me when people come here and they get opportunities to do things that us who are born in America don't get the opportunity to do. You know, it blows my mind. But that's why I feel like, again, you know, when we do get our income tax back, we should use that money wisely to help ourselves, even if it's just within your family. It don't necessarily have to be, you know, your community, because sometimes you have to start with helping yourself before you can help others. You know what I mean? And if you can buy like a little convenience store, you and your family pool y'all money together and y'all open up the Jenkins family convenience store in your neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? And not only are you helping your family, you helping other people's families. You know what I'm saying? So think about that. If you have somebody in your family that you could really trust, is really good with money, you know, put y'all heads together and say, hey, cuz, you know, I'm getting my income tax, you getting your income tax. Let's put our money together and open up a little laundromat, a 24-hour laundromat. You know what I'm saying? Or something that is pretty much self-sustaining, that pretty much runs itself. Like a laundromat, as long as you keep the equipment up, you know, it pretty much runs itself. You know what I mean? So just brainstorm, think about it, and, you know, you can do it. You can do anything that you want to do. You know what I mean? It's just, you have to put your foot forward and know that nothing is going to be easy and it's not going to come overnight. It's going to require work, but it's up to you. You know what I mean? If you don't want to do it, that's on you. But I'm a firm believer in having something to fall back on. You know, especially like I told you guys, when my daughter was born, I was able to take 2 months off and not work, and was still able to pay my bills because I made certain moves in order to do that financially. You know, I want to get to a point where I can do that financially throughout a whole year if I want, where I just say, you know what, 2021, I'm not working. I don't feel like working. I'll just let what I make off my other streams of income pay the bills. And I put some, you know, little dollars here, there in my pocket, and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a simple man. As long as my bills are paid, I don't require much. Just feed me and I'm happy. I'm good. Because I love to eat and sleep. Those are my two favorite things to do. Matter of fact, after I get done making this video, I'm going to call my wife, talk to my wife, and then I'm going to go to sleep. I might eat and then go to sleep. But I'm just saying. So I know I'm all over the place, but that's how my mind is, man. Like, Sam and I, we have a mind where our mind is constantly going, where it makes us hard. It makes it hard for us to sleep. It makes it hard for us to focus on one thing, because our mind is always going. It's always a thinking process. It's like the moment I wake up to the moment I lay down, I'm thinking like, well, what if I did this, or what if I did that? I wonder if I could try this, and could I make that work? So it's so many things in my mind that's going, you know, constantly going, looking towards the future, that it's hard to keep it all contained and on one thought. But you still have to take it one day at a time. If you like me, then you understand what I'm saying. You know, you just take it one day at a time, you know, and focus on one goal, complete it, focus on the next. You know, like I said, I'm thinking about buying land, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do here shortly. And then also I'm thinking about going back to school. I just got to figure out how to do it financially, you know, with the kids and the wife and everything. Because right now I'm making some damn good money, man. It's I could pay for the course that I want to take. I could save up my money for the next, honestly, 2.5 months and pay for the course in full. You know what I mean? So it's just, after that, I still have to focus on bills, you know, and sustaining myself throughout the time that I'll be taking the course. So I'm thinking about that, trying to figure out how to make that work and put that together. And, you know, I believe Sam's goals this tax season is to get her credit straightened out and situated so she don't have any debt. So I fully encourage her to do that, because that'll definitely help, you know, with the home buying process. And then maybe after that, I'll start looking into straighten up, you know, my credit and getting my debt situated. But right now, I'm more focused on, you know, things that I can acquire that are tangible, that you can hold, you can see, you can touch, you can feel. You know what I mean? Not to say that the stocks isn't something that, you know, I've gave up on or would not do. I'm still going to do the stocks. I'm just waiting. I don't know. I'm on the fence with stocks because I feel like the economy is going to get worse. So I'm waiting for it to tank, and I'm just going to dump all my money into stocks and buy a whole bunch of crap and just hold on to them because I'm a long-term investor. So when most people cut and run and get scared because the economy's all jacked up and stocks are plummeting like they're doing right now anyway, which is why I'm on the fence, because I'm like, even if I buy now, I'm still good because they're going to tank regardless. But can't tell people that, people think you're crazy. I mean, all you got to do is look at the signs. It may not be, like I said on previous videos, it may not be right now, but if things keep going the way they're going, we are headed into a recession or something of the sorts. I hope, again, that I'm wrong, but damn sure don't seem like it. Because I was looking in the truck paper, looking at semi-trucks, and the prices is retarded. Like the same trucks, I think like a year or two ago, have gone up anywhere between $12,000 to $20,000, and it's hilarious because the last time, like I told y'all, the last time we had a recession, right before the recession, truck prices was retarded. Trucks that you know good and well ain't worth $54,000 were $54,000. After the recession, them joints was like $39,000, $42,000. Like you could get a truck for dirt cheap, and that was part of the reason why I ended up trading my older truck for a newer truck, which was a bad idea, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. But anyway, yeah, like if you have a truck right now that you're sitting on, now would be a good time to sell it if you can find a buyer, because the prices is retarded, man. It's crazy. I mean, I don't get it. But anyway, it is what it is. That's just how things go. But yeah, consider what you're gonna do with your taxes this tax season coming up. Like really, really invest it, man. I really don't want y'all to go out and spend it on nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like, please don't. And if you're young, let me tell you something. Like, be wise with money, man. It's what was once new will soon be old. So don't worry about flossing, because don't nobody care, man. They may act like they care, but they don't. Like, you ain't flossing for you think you flossing for other people to show off what you got, but nobody cares, because what are you gonna have that ain't nobody ever seen? You know what I mean? Like, if I want to see a Lamborghini, I can just go down to the Lamborghini dealership and just look at the Lamborghini. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'll live if I never own or drive a $250,000 car. I mean, as long as my AC works, it's a comfortable ride, and for me, it's got to be fast. And it's somewhat fast or decently fast, I'm good. I don't care what other people think. You know what I mean? Like, I don't worry about name brand clothes, because again, that gets old. It gets worn out and dated. So who cares? Like, if you're a young person and you're listening to me, save your money. Save your money. Put yourself in a position where you don't have to work at 50 or 60. Keyword, where you have to work. Put yourself in a position where working is an option for you. You know what I mean? Like, don't spend all your money on nonsense like I did. And I had people tell me this, I just didn't listen, and I wish I would have. Invest and save. Invest and save. That's it. Buy what you need to get you through, and invest and save. That's it. That's the formula, and you'll be fine. I promise you. Because you'll get older, and you'll be able to do the things that you want to do, go to places you want to go. And I know, like, you're young and you want to floss, and you want to have nice things, but they're not gonna stop making nice things. There'll always be nice things. There'll just be better, newer nice things. That's it. And just because you got a little bit older don't mean you can't enjoy those things. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you keep living, you're going to get old. As long as you wake up every morning, you're gonna get old. That's a part of life. I'm 36 years old, and I feel like I'm in my prime. I feel good. I feel blessed. I feel, like I can keep going, and I want to keep going, because knowledge is power, and I'm gaining a lot of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So spend your time being financially responsible. You know what I mean? Don't rush life. Don't rush into having kids. Don't rush into buying things that you can't afford. What you think of you is more important than what other people think of you. Don't let nobody dictate to you what you should and should not have. You know what I mean? Like, live your life for you. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy life, and it'll all come. It'll come. You know what I'm saying? Don't focus on all that nonsense like it's just things. You know what I mean? Be the supplier and not the consumer. You know, too many people consume, and a lot of it is stuff that you don't even need. It's just bullish that you want. Be the supplier. Let everybody come to you. 50 Cent said something that's always stuck with me, and it's one of my greatest quotes to live life by. And he said he made a decision that he didn't want to be the guy who signed the back of the checks. He wanted to be the guy who signed the front. And if you don't know what that means, look it up, research, and understand what that means. So if you're young and you're listening to me, live by that logic. Whenever you see something nice and shiny or dumb that you know you shouldn't buy, remember that if you buy that, you're the guy who signs the back of the check. The guy who's selling it to you is the guy who signs the front. So, you know, just think about it. Stack your money. You ain't got to listen to me because it's your life and you got to live it. And when you done blown through all that nonsense and you can't recoup the money, you'll be thinking like, damn, that bald-headed, red, light-skinned dude, he was on to something, man. I should have just stacked my money because it was all fun and games and everybody was jocking me when I had all that, you know, goofy-ish. But now that it's all gone, people ain't nowhere to be found and won't nobody even let me hold $1. Because that's how it go. When you flourish like that, everybody come to you because they think you the man. But then when you ain't the man no more, ain't nobody there to be found. So, keep that in mind, man. Have that money and be low-key. Be low-key. That'll keep people out your pocket. If they ain't think you got nothing, that'll keep people out your pocket and you'll be able to stack your bread silently. Always move in silence, man. Don't show off. Don't show off. Because just like you got it today, it could be gone tomorrow. So stay humble, grind hard, keep your head down, focus, and you'll be straight. But that's all I got. I'm out of here. Remember, think about your tax income. And when it comes around next year, what you're going to do to invest it to make a better future for yourself and possibly your family and possibly your community. Let that be a challenge to yourself. What can you do to make things better? All right? So y'all be easy. Y'all take it easy. Until the next one, I'm going to holler at you.